screen quality is very good as well, as you can see. And if you can hear, you've got sound as well. Tap here to open the touchpad. So if I click there, and now if I move around, you can see the mouse moving and you can see exactly what's being displayed on the camera. So if you are traveling and you need a dual screen, this is an excellent way to achieve. Hi there, today we're unboxing a portable monitor. So this particular one is by a company called Lepow. Details are in the description below for anyone thinking of purchasing. So let's take a quick look around the packaging. It comes in a large plain box and branding on the top of this. If I come around the side, more branding. Type-C portable display on here, more branding. And then now if we come around this way, you can just show display size wise, it's 15.6 inch Type-C portable display, and it's just showing diagonally it's 15.6. If we look over here, we've got the specification. So product type, Type-C portable display, net weight 770 grams, got the visual area there, screen size, panel type, it's IPS, dimensions here, aspect ratio 16:9, resolution 1920 by 1080, so full HD. Display color, so 16.7 million colors. Got the color temperature there, visual angle, contrast ratio, brightness, output interface. So we've got 3.5mm headphone interface, and speaker wise, it's got a built-in speaker, 1 watt ×2. Coming over here, the brand's there, product name, and website details. So let's open it up and see what you get in the packaging. Okay, so I've laid out all the items you get in the packaging, so let me quickly go through them one by one. So initially you've got a screen protector, and this is in a plastic cover, but standard screen protector you'd get with a phone, for example. Next we've got a user guide, and this details how to use the device, how you can connect it up and use it with different products like a laptop, even a phone, even a games console, and it's all in English. Next we have a gift card, some details on receiving a gift from them and an extra 1-year warranty. Then we have a warranty card, and looking on here you get 3 years and 6 months warranty, and you activate it by logging onto this website, filling in your details, and then it activates it. Next we have a power brick, and this is not for the UK, but I can come in close so you can see the output on there. So as you can see, 5 volts, 2000 milliamps. Next we have a USB to Type-C cable, and this is 1 meter in length, and build quality of the cables feels reasonably good. Next we have a HDMI to mini HDMI cable. So just take the covers off just to show, and the connection types are gold on there, and build quality of the cable feels really good. Nice chunky connectors on there, and the cable's nice and thick. Cable length is approximately 1 meter. Next we have a Type-C to Type-C connector cable, and coming in close, cable quality feels really good, nice thick cable on there, and cable length is approximately 1 meter on this one as well. Next, let's take a look at the actual screen. So coming in close, it comes with a cover with there to protect it. So if I take that off, you can just see cover comes off, and it's magnetically held in on the cover. So if I pull this off, it can come off completely. So if I do this, there you go. And very light in weight. If I come around here, it's all plain. If I come around close, you can see you've got a power button there, you've got a toggle there, you've got the Type-C connector there. Coming in close, you can see the speaker, the holes for the speaker there. If I flip it around, speaker on the other side as well, HDMI connection point there, so you'd use their cables, so it's a mini HDMI connector. You've got Type-C there and a headphone jack there. Coming around this way, there's nothing on there, and there's nothing along the bottom. Metallic on there, and showing the screen. There you go, got their branding on there, and obviously the screen protector going across it. So if I put it back in the case, so it just magnetically clips on, just to show. And then the way it works is you can just angle it like so. So a couple of positions on there. Okay, next, let me close it. And it's nice that you've got the case with it, so at least you can close it up and it's portable. So if you're out and about and you had a laptop, you can actually go dual screen with a very thin screen here. So that's one of the big advantages of this. So initial impressions, it's nice it comes with a case to actually protect the screen. Build quality of the screen feels good as well, and I like the portability of this, the fact that this could easily be put with a laptop in your rucksack and you could go out and about, and if you wanted to go dual screen, you can easily go dual screen with this. So let's power on this screen. So just wanted to show, obviously you've got two Type-C connection points, one here, and if I come around this way, you can see there's one there. So what I'll do, I'll take the USB to Type-C cable, and I've got a power strip here at the side with USB power points, and if I plug one end in, Type-C can go in here. Okay, so it's saying no signal at the moment. Just to show the plastic cover that comes on the screen. So that's just an initial protector, but it can be removed. So if I just grab it at the corner here, pull that off, and obviously reveals the screen. So up to yourselves, obviously it does come with an additional screen protector on there that you could use. It's probably useful to have if you're going out and about a lot, just to avoid any sort of damage. But I think if you're using this in the home environment and you know it's going to be fairly safe, should be okay to go with it. Just to show, it's a matte finish on there, and we can test out what the glare's like coming off there as well. Let me show the viewing angles on the screens. If I now turn it just to show, it's very good. See, you can see quite a lot of the screen still, and I've got a lot of light coming from up above as well. So no real struggle in seeing screen quality on this, and it's a matte finish on there, so glare is very minimal. Let's test out the screen on an Xbox. My Xbox is just below the screen here. I've plugged in the Type-C to USB into the front of the Xbox. The mini HDMI is plugged in at the back, and I've got an Ethernet cable going into the back of the Xbox as well. In terms of space, it takes up very minimal space, as you can see. And again, once you've finished playing with it, you can literally just fold it down and pack it away. Next, let's power it on. So if I hold on to this, powering on, you can see some reflection in the corner. Obviously, I've got skylight just over here, bringing in lots of light. If I close that down slightly, there you go. If I shut it down completely, picture quality is very good on there. Now, as you can see, I've started up Fortnite on my Xbox, and playability wise, very good. Screen quality is very good as well, as you can see. And if you can hear, you've got sound as well. So obviously with the two speakers on there, you're completely portable. Now, you can also plug in headphones if you wanted, or you could plug in a different stereo or Bluetooth speaker. So if a Bluetooth speaker had a line-in jack on there, you can connect it directly with that, and then obviously have the sound better quality. So there you go, it works really well. Next, just to show a Bluetooth speaker plugged in to the screen. So I've got my Zenbury Z8 Plus plugged in here, and I can increase the sound from here. So going down, and obviously you can plug in headphones as well. So if you're not happy with the sound quality, you can plug in a separate speaker. And just to show, doesn't affect anything, playability wise, still good. And nice to have the enhanced sound on there if you weren't too happy about it. So excellent that it does come with a headphone jack built into it. Next, let's measure the sound levels coming out of this monitor. So if I go to the monitor, come down, and you can see volume is at 100, so that's the maximum. And my sound level meter is just over here. So if we go quiet for a moment, ambient noise levels, which include the noise from the Xbox coming out, is 36.5 decibels. So now if we play a video, There you go, so 81 decibels coming out of it. So sound levels are reasonable. Obviously it's a very thin screen, so you're not going to get very bassy sound out of this. So it's very tinny in sound. But again, at maximum volume, you don't hear any distortion. It doesn't struggle in any way. So for such a small compact screen, it is pretty good. Now we have the screen connected to a PlayStation. So it's a PlayStation 4. And just to show, works just as well, just like the Xbox. So same functionality is available. Obviously you've got the headphone jack. You can plug in a Bluetooth speaker if you weren't happy with the sound. Playability wise, very good again. And a nice portable setup in the fact that I can take the USB cable that goes into the monitor to power it, plug it straight into the PlayStation, and the micro USB is just over here. So excellent functionality here. And just good for a compact setup where you don't want to take up too much space or you're limited in space as well. Just to show, as you finish playing, you just take the screen, fold it down, and there you go. That's all the space it will take up. Next, I'm going to take my Samsung S10 Plus and plug it directly into the monitor. There's no power going into the monitor at the moment. So I'm going to use a Type-C to Type-C cable, plug it straight in. Just give it a moment. And there you go. So no power going into the monitor, which is very impressive. Now you can see how the screen is. You're seeing it like this. If I turn the screen, and there you go, flips over. If I go into one of the apps, and it mirrors the screen. So obviously this isn't touch screen, but you can mirror it and view like so. Okay, so now if I go to YouTube, and obviously the screen's connected to my phone, and if I hit play now, the sound's coming out of the speakers here. So how cool is that? So you can use it as a secondary extended screen and obviously play stuff directly from your phone onto it. Volume wise, it just mirrors it on there, and you can control the general volume of the monitor from the options you have here. So now, as my phone's plugged into the screen, if I now plug in the power from the other side, so just going up here, give it a moment, Samsung DeX. So how cool is this? So this is actually the Samsung full screen desktop style experience. So normally you'd need a docking station for this, but this is actually working without a dock. And if I come in close, you can just about make out, if I show there, that my phone's charging. So I can get a desktop experience from my phone onto this display, and the display is charging my phone now. So excellent functionality. So normally you'd have to buy a docking station to enable you to do this, but in this instance you don't have to do anything like that. It just works straight away. Now if I slide down here, you can see tap here to switch to screen mirroring, so you can switch between the two. So you could have the screen mirroring and charging your phone. And now if I look over here, it says use your phone as a touchpad. Tap here to open the touchpad. So if I click there, and now if I move around, you can see the mouse moving. It's a very impressive functionality there. So I'm really impressed. I didn't really expect it to do the whole DeX experience on here. So really pleased. Next, let me show the menu options available. So the toggle button at the side here, if I press down on that, you get the menus appear, and initially you've got brightness. So you have brightness, contrast, black level and sharpness. Toggling down, then it takes you to the next one, which is image, and this is eco DCR aspect. Coming down from there, you've got color temperature, so you can define your own as well. So red, green, blue on there, so you can change the color values on there. Then you've got OSD settings, so language, OSD timer, transparency. Then you've got reset, so this is with mute on there, and volume. You've got miscellaneous, signal source Type-C, low blue light, HDR mode, and that's off. So if I now push down, it will go into the option, and then I can cycle through it. And looking at the bottom, it says 1920 by 1080 60 Hertz. So if I come down, HDR mode, if I click on that, and I can toggle between that as well. So there you go, HDR and auto. Give it a moment and it comes back. So if you go into HDR, the colors and contrasts do enhance quite a lot. Let's take it back to auto. And there you go, it's returned back. So nice amount of configuration available there, and love the fact it works with your mobile. Now I'm at the back of my gaming PC, and if you look over here, I've got a DVI to HDMI converter here, and I've got a HDMI cable plugged in, and the other end is plugged directly into the monitor, which is just above here, and HDMI cable from the graphics card plugged into my TV. So I can have dual screen if I wanted with a low space usage. So looking here, screen is just above my PC, and if I flip around here, you can see it's connected to my TV as well. And if I now go to display settings, you can see both displays. If I click on there, you can see the resolution it can go to. So it's just 1080 on that. So excellent functionality. So if you had dual screen, and in some instances you wanted a third screen just to be plugged in to see extra information, that's possible. And if it's not required, you can just put it away. So here's a great use for the screen. My Sony Camera over here has an adapter to be able to plug it in to a HDMI connector, and I've got an adapter here to connect two HDMI cables together, and that's now gone straight into the screen. The screen's powered at the side here, and you can see exactly what's being displayed on the camera. It's an excellent use here. So if you're a YouTuber or even doing recordings at the side somewhere or taking photos, you can have a clear indication of what's being picked up by the camera. So excellent bit of functionality, and a good use of what I could use it for. The fact that sometimes my camera's in a position where I can't see exactly what's being displayed, and sometimes little bits are missed out of the shot. So this will avoid that sort of issue. So at least I can keep a track of what's being filmed as I'm recording. So really impressed by this. And again, if you wanted, you can go to view what's been recorded on there and do a playback, and playback with sound as well. So love the fact that that's possible. Another use for the screen would be to plug it into a CCTV system. So for example, a lot of CCTV systems have HDMI ports and also a USB port, so you can plug both of them in, so you don't need any sort of separate power to run this. And again, being portable, it doesn't take up much space at all. And just to show the picture quality, really good on there. My cameras are 1080p on there. I'm getting the equivalent resolution being displayed on the screen. Now here we have the screen now connected to our laptop, just to show the possibilities available on here. So if you are traveling and you needed dual screen, this is an excellent way to achieve this. Now just to show, I've come all the way across, you can see the cursor moving. Now if I minimize this video editing software, go into display settings. Now this display, which is number 2, if I do identify, if I scroll down now, and resolution wise, this laptop can actually push the resolution up to 3840 by 2160. So if I click there now, and I'll say keep settings, we'll take a window, we'll move it over just to show, but it can push the resolution even higher. Very impressive functionality. And now if I take the display just to show how portable it can be and how thin it is, I'll close the laptop lid, take the display, close the lid down, and there you go. Only takes up this much space. So very impressive, and actually boosted up the height of the screen by just putting my phone underneath it. So it gives you the ability to work on a second display, and very useful obviously if you're a creator and you're traveling and you needed that extra display just to help you edit videos. It's excellent. Okay, so you've seen the unboxing and setup of this portable display from Lepow. Very impressed by this screen, really am, and really there's so many uses for it. The fact that it's so portable and can just be folded away. The main use I'd find for this is really with a laptop if you wanted dual screen and you're on the go. So there you go. Hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details in the description below. Thanks for viewing, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.